the sound of your heartbeat. Your pulse is pushing against me. I'm good when you are around. You keep me warm in your bloodstream. You keep me calm when you're breathing. Now I don't know what I've done. I'll just say so. I'll just say so. I'll just say so. I'll just say life without you. Without you.
There we go. And maybe not. Maybe it doesn't want to. My camera doesn't want to work today. Check this out, kids. We have found out we were working with the collective and trying to get as many of their fuel cells vaporized, and we're having this really fun time. Those of you that were minting in 6 and 7 got some crazy good payouts, like crazy good payouts. 42 dark on the last big jackpot, and let's see, about 47 and a half on the other one, on 37. Just 1 second. There you go. 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 All right, never mind. The cat wants the door open, but does not want to leave the studio. So the cat's in here with me. Either way, like I said, they were getting those big ones. We suffered some collateral damage, big collateral damage. You guys know that when you guys were hitting the scrape button from the evil address, people were getting, we were rolling somewhere between 30 and 40,000 dark over to the next jackpots. And that's what made them so insanely big. Yeah, we got kitties in the house. Thanks. We got another kitty in the house. Crypto Cat's in the house. What's up, Crypto Cat? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, I'm going to throw the link to join here in comments as well. We should have, if we were very, very lucky, and you guys clap your hands if you believe in fairies, we've got someone that may be joining us here who's not been able to join us for a bit, but has some time today. So I'll bring them on as well. There's the StreamYard link right there in the chat for you guys. And so, like I was saying, we thought we had vaporized all of the evil address out of that last lottery. And in fact, we had nuked, I believe, 6,000 of those 35 or 36,000 that came in last time. So we did get more of the users winning the lottery, which is great, not as many as we wanted to. And then the collective took another swing, got all of its stuff fixed and found, and then it just went through a nuking spree, and it nuked 5, 6, and 7s that had won the lottery from the evil address, and it nuked all of Journey 7 completely. Now, I was under the impression that, so right now, if you guys go to agproject.io and you go to Vaporize right here, and I have I have 210 fuel cells. They've all been scraped. If they don't get scraped, they don't show up here. You can't vaporize them. The users have to scrape their lottery winnings before they vaporize, right? The evil address, turns out, does not. So yeah, that's the crazy thing about that. Let me actually bring up that one right there. There you go. So now you guys can see the evil address had 26,000 dark sitting in its ready to scrape winnings in the lottery. And when the Journey 7 was completely taken out, all of those were locked or burnt inside of the lottery. So the lottery address, the lottery smart contract that you can see at Pulse Scan right here. Let's look up dark here, and I'll show you guys what's going on. So we already lost 270 dark that were burnt during I believe it was Journey 5 that we had 2 of the drawings happen back to back, and it made it impossible for people to scrape if they had more than one winner or a winner in more than one drawing. And so we ended up the mystery box ended up paying out that 270 tokens, but the other 270 that remained inside of this address right here that ends in 90B6. This is the jackpot address. 270 of these, which is 76,000 or about 7.6%. 720 of these are burnt like forever. They can't come out of this smart contract. And now those 26,000 and some change cannot come out of this address. That means that instead of 7.62% of the supply right now, there's about 5% supply in here, and that 2.7% is gone forever. And there's it's just gone beyond. It's gone, baby, gone. Just like the stream title indicates. Gone, baby, gone. So that's the bad news is that this will affect the payouts and the scrape going forward in the lottery. The good news is that basically another 2.73% of supply is gone forever. Not only is dark thing going to be the most scarce token in the universe, it's getting there faster with all this damage that the evil address is taking. So the evil address poured so much money in there. I mean, at today's value, it was $81,000, give or take. So for about $81,000, you can that would be that amount that was burnt, $81,000. If we go back here to 27, if we take this amount right here, which is all the burns combined, 27,000 are gone forever. Then, and we times that by the all-time high of 135, well, then we're looking at $3.6 million that was burnt at the last all-time high. It's gone forever. It's caputo. Gone. Desaparecida. I think that means disappeared in Spanish, but I'm just guessing. Yeah, it's gone. That's it. I'm checking the door here because I did send a link out for this one, but we will see here. Oh, CryptoCat entered the studio. Mr. CryptoCat, you are one of the few people that was in the room when we found out this collateral damage, right?
Yeah.
And what were your immediate emotions?
I was. Oh, looks like I have some feedback going on.
Do you have the stream playing on X or on YouTube?
Yeah, let me see what's going on. Be right back.
Okay. And I'm going to actually take this one right here and copy it and throw it up in our Telegram. So those of you that enjoy the YouTubes can put this up there. There's a bunch of other stuff going on besides obviously this crazy this crazy burning that we're expecting right now, that we're experiencing right now. The other crazy thing are we got these clips as I've been taking my nighttime medication and talking to just a handful of people that show up here. I was, I've been sharing quite a bit, and people like Smo Spider have been catching these and clipping these and sharing them on X and on all over the place. And, this is all alpha. This is all Easter eggs. This is all big, basically just bumps in the head saying, hey, this is what's going on. If you take advantage, you might be very, very happy. So that being said, there's a lot going on here. The minting right now is down to, let me share my screen. Minting is down to I think it's going to be 19 hours. So in 19 hours, this mint right here, the 8th mint, Journey 8th mint, is about to close. And it is very, very small. There's 41,269 so far, but most of them, most of those are the evil addresses. Some of those are the mystery boxes. Very, very few of those are user mints, right? So let's see what's going on here. Oh, it's Don's trying to jump in on StreamYard, and StreamYard is forcing him to sign up through YouTube. So he has to log into YouTube on his phone to join us on StreamYard. So I don't know if that's going to happen, but we'll see.
Is it working now?
You sound fine to me, but I'm not the audience. So if you guys in the audience, let us know if there's any feedback or echo. So you hear the echo in your ear, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. So I'm wondering if you're hearing the studio and the broadcast.
Yeah, this is the only have I opened.
I hate when that happens. I've had that happen to me several times where I'm like, there's nothing open, and all I can hear is like 100 of these things. So like I was saying, there's only 41,269 minted in Journey 8 right now, and less than 19 hours until boom, this is cemented. And then if the evil address gets nuked from this one, then it's going to be much, much smaller than Journey 7.
I don't
And,
hear, I don't hear an echo anymore.
Oh, no, that sounds better. That does sound better. As you can see, Journey 7 is going to be paid all the way up to 0.63 of a dark, 63% of a dark, and it's by getting paid twice. So you can see what these payouts do to the smaller mints right here. 5's back up to 1. It's reclaimed its original dark. 6 will be up to 72%, and then 7 will be up to 63%. So yeah, this is some good news here for those of you that were minting in here. And then there was a couple things that we talked about as a team. We finally got the devs together, had a good meeting together where we talked about and found out. First of all, we're like, where did those 26,000 dark go? And then we found out, oh my, they're burnt. They're burnt forever, bro. They gone. So anyway.
Yeah, there's different game theory now.
There is. The other thing that we talked about as a team was some people just want to nuke 4. Some people want to nuke just, 3 and 4 because they have a ton of 3 and 4 and they want to get in on 9 and 10, get more dark. And they could always go to, the market and buy some for $3. But if you're like most of us in crypto, you've already, bought the dip to oblivion. And you don't have a lot of powder right now. So people are saying, okay, what can I do? And they're getting creative. And they're thinking, how can I do that?
So out and buy some air fryers.
Yeah. And what we realized was this Vaporize right here will let you can nuke the max amount, so your highest paid ones or your most recent ones. But whatever you put in here is what you can approve and vaporize. So what we'd like to do, we're working on, which would also include upgrading the contract, would be if you had these 210 right here and then you viewed them, here's all my 8s that haven't been paid yet. And then there's a little dot here you got to pull down on the side. And basically what would be nice, what we're working on, or what we're trying to put together sometime in the future, is another box. So you can actually select specific journeys here inside this box and then vaporize those journeys instead of only, I would just be vaporizing all 210 of these if I were to do that, or the first 50 or the last 50. You know what I'm saying? So that is an option that we want to give you guys. The other way, if you really, really do want to get rid of your Journey 4s or Journey, whatever your journeys are, you can use Pulse Market app or Mintra, and send one of those at a time from that journey over to a new address and then connect that to AG Project IO and nuke those. But that's it's not easy. That's kind of a pain in the butt, right? All right. So now that I've rambled on, I cut you off. The original question I asked to CryptoCat here was what went through your head and emotions when you heard 26,000 dark were A, burnt, and B, not going to be in the lottery anymore? And he's gone. Okay. That dot is a scroll bar. I know. It's echoing. Sorry, Moonmutt. Thanks for letting us know. I hear it too. I always mute the YouTube feed when I join a stream. Yep. Good to see you. Believe in yourself, Moonmutt. Good to see you. Smo Spider. Like I said, let's go into Smo Spider stuff while we're waiting to see if any guests join us today. Let me I'll drop this down into the corner. I'll just drop it off the screen because my face is freezed. I felt more greedy. I like that. So like I said, Smo's been dropping just pure fire here on the community. There's several call to actions that we've made today. One was this stream right here. Another one was this request right here to Internet Money. Internet Money, please consider adding dark matter to your wallet, contract address, thus Thanks, love the space cult. Because right now you can, I mean, dark matter works in internet money, but just like with these other wallets like OKX or MetaMask or whatever, you have to import these, which is getting easier as time goes on, but still pain in the ass. Like things that pop up natively are going to be much more used and much more convenient, right? So there's our call to action. I shared this out in our Telegram. If you want to, you can go to my page and like and retweet this and ask them as part of the community. And Hexty put up his submission for J8 right here, which is totally awesome. He's got our dark matter logo. It's so crisp and so clean, so fresh and so clean. We got our dark matter. This is one of the other ones. We actually have several dark logos we were thinking about before going on the official one. This is one of the other ones, which is pretty popular. agproject.io, just sweet. Zephyr, shout out to Zephyr Trips and Red Squirrel. I know they've been really busy lately, but they have brought in a ton of really cool animation and graphics to this. In fact, that video that I play at the beginning here, where it shows the planet spinning and it gives a really good a good list of features of anti-gravity. That's Red Squirrel. Loving it. Winner. There we go. So there's that. And now let's go through some of these ones also. Let's see here. I'm bringing back Sunday's Tech Talk tomorrow. So I'll be on with Corey Costa at 1 p.m. Sunday Eastern time. And I should have retweeted. This is 2 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, 2 p.m. Eastern. And I just said, hey, all these people are invited. I know this is last minute, and I know some of these people are going to be working in that warehouse, helping pump our bags and send out those tablets. So if they can't make it, that's fine. But I do know that their audience is down to clown. But yeah, we're going to be bringing back Tech Talk tomorrow. Let us know if you think anyone else should be on the panel. Let us know if there's any other projects that you guys want covered. I know that we have LPX that a lot of people are going crazy about. We got Kerr, Vouch, some other ones that people are really, really getting into right now. And I love bringing these things. Pulse Chain, Vibra Finance. He's also on there. He's got his nose in a lot of different chains, a lot of different projects. He's always obsessively looking like that. We had a juicy ARB price on Nope and SolidX on Bistro earlier. Those disappeared within a couple hours. So you gotta, it pays to check a 0x Bistro every once in a while and get in there, because sometimes hot stuff just shows up and you're getting $100 off, plus you're not eating slippage. It's insane. Okay, so here we go. Check this out. Smo Spider, some say minting early in anti-gravity is the ultimate cheat code. The rewards for early adopters are more powerful than initially understood. Let's check this out. Anyways, 2 days, 12 hours. If you mint, you win. That's the God move, the hack. The cheat code in anti-gravity is to mint. I didn't understand how powerful that was going to be. Let's start that over because it was kind of quiet. 12 hours. If you mint, you win. Less than that now. That's the God move, the hack. The cheat code in anti-gravity is to mint. I didn't understand how powerful that was going to be. Wait a minute. Go back. Hang on. I'm looking at this picture in the lab. This is not appropriate PPE for a laboratory. I just wanted to point that out. We do not condone going into any laboratory, space or otherwise, without safety goggles, gloves, at least nitrile, probably this guy's in a completely hermetically sealed suit right here. And she kind of looks like she might be heading to bed or to a dance club. I want to apologize right now. This is not what anti-gravity stands for, is recklessness in the workplace. Sorry, I'll keep going. And how powerful that was going to be. At the beginning, I knew that people minting early were going to be rewarded.
There are only a few hours left by now to win and mint. Do not delay the cheat code. Check the countdown clock at agproject.io.
Anyways, 2 days, 12 hours. If you mint, you win. So that was that one. Some really hot shares just hanging out. Never hurts, never hurts. I said we play poker with our cards facing out. That's our secret. He says, tell me your secret, says fast. All right, cool. So that's that one. Blow that one up, like it, retweet it, share it with other influencers that are outside of our ecosystem. And let's double, triple, quadruple X this. Here I am in my bathrobe from the other night. Let's watch this one. The average crypto bro that's buying meme coins and flipping them, or just buying everything that someone tells them on the Telegram paid group. They don't understand treasury. They don't understand scarcity. They don't understand hex. They don't understand WhatsApp. They don't understand the urgency of a limited time of a clock always counting down. They don't get it. They don't understand a fixed supply that self-funds a treasury and self-funds a lottery and then leads to a game of chicken. They don't get it. Some of you beautiful people out there that own Dark and own a bunch of fuel cells, you still don't get it. This may blow up on our faces.
It's the above average crypto bros that know how to play. Get over to agproject.io to mint Dark for fuel cells and tell your future self thank you.
The average. Boom, boom. So beautiful. I like these are 14-hour rants that she is distilling into lucent thoughts, and she makes me look a lot smarter than I actually am. This is just her hot walking away right there. That's not even a video about the game theory. It's just a hot chick. Okay, coming back. These are all like post and date. She's absolutely killing it. We got that one as well. Let me see. Hey, is there another one here? Yeah, we shared that one. Brandon from Build the Tech, shout out to Brandon. He says, thank you to all the people. Stay positive, fight the good fight day in, day out. Without you, this all means nothing. It's apparent you have tons of grit and determination at this point. And I would say, yes, we definitely are one of the toughest FOMOs out there. Now, wait, let's see here. Okay, so we've shared that one. It's that time again. Buy the dip. Okay, here we go. We love the Dark community, not leaving. AG Project Journeys. And that's just a really cool animation right there. Jackpot and Samantha. Or sorry, she's Louise. What am I talking about? Sharon. This is Sharon right here and Jackpot from her book. If you guys have not dove into the book on our Telegram, I cannot recommend that high enough. You know? Yeah, she slays crypto. Shout out to that. This is something that Briz, he said something nice the other day, and I was like, I really miss the biz with Briz. And he played this for me right here. Oh, you can hear Brandon go, oh, right here. Oh. Okay, so anyways, that was the biz with Briz. That was the intro and outro every time Brisology came on there. Yeah, that's how good it makes me feel bringing that up here. And of course, we got Rinuhu Rasani. This is one of the art participants here, which I guess we should probably check out the art participants as well. And then in our Telegram, if you're in our Telegram, you get the first look at a lot of these shorts that she's been dropping. Very, very cool. Very, very cool stuff about the evil address and other things. Love it. So if you're not in our Telegram, Anti-Gravity Saga, I cannot recommend that highly enough. And also you want to come to our community on X, which is The Collective. You can search The Collective. And this is a very, very interesting piece of art right here. It's got a bunch of little things kind of tucked in and not as visible until you take a look at it. 8888, got your J8s. Very, very interesting. Oh my gosh, guys, I just barely realized what the heck this is. So she has some cards here, and this is a J, and this is an 8. I didn't even get that till now. So here's J8, just like a card, and then J8, just like a... Guys, I did not pick up on that till just now. This is a very interesting piece of art. It's sitting at 5 votes. I think it could do a lot better. And then, of course, Tom's sitting at 3 votes on this, the Federation. 3 votes on this one as well. He's watching everything explode. And then 4 votes on that one as well. And, of course, Axiom Icon is only sitting at 8 votes for this music video, which we should definitely listen to. I don't know what this is doing here. I don't like it. I don't like how it looks like my face is imploding, but it's got 5 votes, 3 votes, and 6 votes right here. So, I mean, oh, that's very disturbing. And then, of course, Hex C. Armstrong is sitting at 15 votes right there. Let me check the green room. No one's here in the green room yet. I'll keep in mind LOLs. Yes, yes. Wow. Yeah, so that's what's going on there. And yeah, so Hex C is clearly in the lead right there. Let's listen to this one right here. First, he did part 1 and part 2, and then he kind of like put them together with a couple verses of bars right here. So this is Axiom Icon. You can follow him on YouTube at Pulsewave Vibe, and he just plays a lot of music, does some cool stuff in the community. But here we go. We'll do this.
Operators and technicians.
Dark Matter Anti-Gravity Project. You don't have enough dark.
Shout out, Pulse Ray Vision, and all AG operators and technicians, agents and navigators.
This is
Dark Matter Anti-Gravity Project. You don't have enough dark.
This is
Copy that.
Dark
It's J8.
Matter. This
So
is
don't G.
anti
You are go for lunch.
dark matter.
Let's go.
Junior operator, ready, set, on go. Buttons pressed on the console, pockets heavy with the dark road. Ready for the mission, dreaming of the cosmos. Set the launch, yo, past the moon out of orbit. Man, fuel cells stack 'em high like a fortress. Anti-gravity bounce, break chains. Dark matter token fuel cells win the game. Dark off and precision fins cut like blades. Level up the rank, the winning cascades. Every rich propulsion, dedication and devotion. Rank system cosmic, lift off is emotion. Let's go.
Let's go.
Started shifty shell, no flex, just basics. Dark in the wallet, but the hunger kept me weightless. Shrouded shrimp to cosmic crab logic. Shell hard claws out blockchain for the profit. Started grinding, right past Stellar Swift. Pole chain with the hardest. Interstellar wind. Sonic sharks lights currents in the void. Whales get nervous when the sharks get deployed. So warp speed whale status. Warp drive ignition. Bend vectors in the vacuum also pole sided is the vision.
You don't have enough dark.
This is anti-gravity, dark matter. This is anti-gravity, dark matter. This is anti-gravity, dark matter. This is anti-gravity, dark matter.
My favorite bars right here.
Dark Matter Anti-Gravity Project.
Pulse chain squeeze at the end. Woo, whoo! I was dancing to that, guys. Oh, that was good stuff. Good stuff. I can fix your face, at least on the meme. I don't need it fixed on the meme. I need it fixed in real life, and I think we both know that, Steve Stash. Ah, these kids. Yeah, like I said, you're either minting it or not. The crazy thing is that this address right here, this demo address, like guys, it's sitting on 200 fuel cells, right? Like 210. It is a Sonic Shark. If we go to let's go to the Nostradamus chart right here. We're sitting right around $3 right now, give or take. $3. You guys could mint 200 for about $600 of dark. Could mint you a shark status. I don't know, even with the price of like UFO and alien down right now. I think that this is a better deal to get up into a dolphin or a shark. Now, it looks like I need about 1,700 more in order to become a whale. So how much would it cost to be a whale in here? Let's try. So we got 210 plus 1,700, right? Now, granted, this will change as more of these people are competing, but I think this actually includes this new mint. I could be wrong, but I think it does. And so $3,000 or $3. So for $5,730, less than $6,000, you could. Well, I don't know where you're going to get $6,000 of DART because there's not a lot on the markets. Liquidity is paper thin. But if you found somebody selling this on OX Bistro, which by the way, there was some stuff for sale here and it disappeared very quickly. But like I was saying, 6,000, you can become a whale in anti-gravity right now for less than $6,000. I don't think you guys understand how hard it is to become a whale in most communities. But the great news is that, we're a micro community. We got 20 to 50 ride or dies depending on what's going on. And that's bananas. Absolutely bananas. We are working on, we're hoping to get some more work done on AG Bible and show you guys some of those sweet stats on this spreadsheet. But what we have shown you is this one right here. We have, the Treasury has paid out, Treasury's paid out 210,000 dark to the fuel cells. 210,000. So 20% has been paid out through the Treasury into the NFTs so far. And right here, it looks like another 58,000 are going to be paid out. So altogether, after the end of Journey 8, you're looking at 268,000. That's crazy. That's over a quarter of the whole supply that's gone into the Treasury and been paid to the NFTs in about a year. And then, of course, the next one here is 60,000. So it's showing right now that 9 may be the biggest payout total or the apex of the Treasury, but things have changed. It was supposed to be 8. So as people get vaporized, that's going to go down. But if that's true, we're just guessing that there's going to be 30,000 user mints. Oh, I don't think there's going to be 30,000 user mints. Huh? Because this is the actual amount right there. Yeah, that I would be really surprised. So there's 28,000 being minted by the evil address, and I'm going to claim that 30% of that. So let's say like 9,000. Let's say there are 9,000, right? Is that about 3% of that? 9,000 user mints? Well, wait a minute. This isn't the right amount at all. No, this is the total amount. So this is wrong. So this amount right here should be 41,160. 68 or whatever, right? This one right here would just be that minus that. So how many user mints do we have? This is going to change this chart dramatically by fixing this right here. This is why data is important, kids. This is why you should go to school. 41,269 is the total right now. 41,269 is the total. Okay, great. And then that 41,269 minus the evil address is mint of 32,081. That equals 9188. So we're just going to put 9,200 here. So really, that changes everything. That puts, look at that round, that drops this whole thing right here, because you've got, yeah, holy cow. So So we're projected to pay out at the current rate in Journey 8, $53,869, and then 53,400 is the next one. So this might be the apex of the entire treasury right here. It just depends on, it depends on the payouts. No, actually it doesn't. It's because, I mean, think about it. You've got 3% right here being paid out in Journey 1, 2.7%, 2.43. So altogether at the end of Journey 8, the treasury is going to pay out 17% of its total amount, which might be outright. And then if you take this down to Journey 9, then it's 18% is going to be paid out at the end of Journey 9. So that's going to deplete this treasury fairly quickly. And I think a lot of the people nuking their J1s right now to get into J8, they might be wise, they might be foolish. They might have wanted to just I understand the game theory, because there's game theory within game theory. It's game theory squared. So you have this game theory of the game of chicken. Everyone's got their piggy banks that are filling up with money, and the person who breaks theirs first loses. And that's kind of the game of chicken, right? Whoever flinches first loses. However, you got this game where people are breaking some of their piggy banks to get other piggy banks right now, which is something that, like I said, we did not anticipate. That's something brand new that surprised us. But I don't know. I think people are just, especially at today's prices, I would, personally, I would go buy some dark. I might actually buy some Pink Mist Whale to get some more J8s after the minting's over. But I also might buy some Pink Mist Whale because, and look at this, it's with dark doing a little bounce, it's actually pulling Pink Mist Whale up with it right there. Yeah, there's not a lot of big buys on Pink Mist Whale right now, you guys. Yeah, so if you bought Pink Mist Whale, that is going to be the biggest pair with dark, with about 54K in volume LP. So 54K in LP right here, you might get a better deal and less slippage because there's more here. Or what's crazy is that Pateus keeps routing all these buys and sells through the 2FUX pool because it has a 0.5% fee. So if that fee were ever to be raised, it would push it through some of these other pairs. But there's not a lot. There's not a lot of liquidity there. Like here's the 2FUX pool, tokens that don't suck, right? It's got 2FUX. It's got 30% 2FUX, 50% dark, and then some Nope, Solid X, Rat Pulse, and X, all in 5% amounts. So it goes 30, 50, 5, 5, 5, 5. Kind of clever. I thought so myself. Maybe not so clever to call this tokens that don't suck, because they clearly have not lived up to that name. But I mean, there's only $3,000 of liquidity sitting in here. That's it. So if this liquidity were pulled, if this liquidity were pulled, and because what's funny is when people buy dark, it shows up as a sell here. So look at this. Here's somebody who bought some dark. Pateus routed $3 through here, and it shows it as a sell because this 2FUX pool is selling the dark to someone else. Someone's not adding money to this pool, but every time that it pulls dark out, the 2FUX, the Nope, the Solid X, the Rat Pulse, and the X all have to buy more dark to keep the ratios the same, to balance them. This is a fork balancer. So this chart's kind of interesting, and I like I said, it's the fees that are getting a lot of stuff routed through here. Here's the mystery box just going to town and going on a shopping spree and just pulling a whole bunch out of here, which is insane. Anyways, yeah, there's only 3K of liquidity there, but the volume It's always pushing some of that through there, depending on bots and fees. No one is here. Still waiting to see if Dawn shows up or if CryptoCat can make it back to here. But either way, yeah, that's what's going on right now. Nostradamus going there. This might be, you know, we're not down to day one. Day one was $1 to $2, basically $1 to $2, and then it went from like $2 to $7 the second day. And so we're right in the range of the second day back on November 24th. You would have had to gone back to November 24th to get these prices. And it you know, obviously it went up to 135, which is our all-time high. I think that's kind of peanuts. And I'm going to talk to Corey Costa about this on tomorrow's stream, where I'm going to be like, hey, Corey, just so you know, our community is micro. It's tiny, tiny, tiny. This little blip right here, this first little blip right here, this is from someone with 500,000 followers on Twitter, just mentioning one of our things with Smoke Spider. That was that right there. It was 15 to 30% across the board on all pairs, simply by him tweeting about it. And the funny thing was, I don't think that the contract address was on the tweet. And so, you know, the other darks on Pulse Chain or whatever might have gotten a boost. In fact, there's one with Dark Horse, because Dark Horse is on Internet Money Wallet natively. We're not. So anyways, also Dr. Doge, we're still plowing through science over here. Let me see how close I am to my goal of getting 1,000 Dr. Doge tokens just by mining. I'm at 663. Ooh, well, yeah, I'm getting close. I'm getting close to my goal of being a Dr. Doge 1,000 there. The door is open for them to join us on Tech Talk or any time that I have time. I used to have a lot more time to stream with you guys until I got my job. And the good news is that there's several tokens, including Hex and Dark, that are not getting sold right now and may possibly be getting bought right now from someone's meager powder bags. That's all I'm going to say about that. So yeah, anti-gravity 41.26. That's crazy. This is dropping so fast, so much faster than the treasury yield. And wow, holy cow. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how much money 8 gets and so on, and how this works out. Remember, guys, there's 33 journeys in all. So 15 more journeys to go. And some more features and some more surprises that may be showing up on some of these websites. I'm just saying, you don't have enough dark, you do not have enough fuel cells. No one's got enough fuel cells. They just don't exist. They just don't exist. I mean, like 50%, 47% is in the treasury right here. It was almost 50% before the evil address got its NFTs taken out. But yeah, almost half of the whole supply's in there. And then, 30% of the supply is in the evil address's hands waiting to be minted. So that's going to go into the lottery and treasury. And then you got, the treasury still sitting on about 5%. 2.6% of this is burnt forever. Gone, beyond, gone, baby, gone. And they got this whale who has not flinched. Mystery Well hasn't flinched. Mystery Box hasn't flinched. It's kind of been holding its 4% here because of the way that the system is. It gets just a little bit of the mint and a little bit of the scrape and roll. And so it's been keeping up with what it's been giving away and minting. So there you got that one. Then you got Pink Miss Well. Pink Miss Well, between here and the liquidity with the Pink Miss Well token, he's sitting at about 2.25%. Then you got Mystery Well right here, who's minted in all of them, which I'm assuming we're going to see some of these go minted, because I don't think that this guy's going to sit out on J8. And then you got these ones haven't changed. I think these are onboards that are waiting for me to come hold their hand at their kitchen table and help them mint. I don't know. I'd be willing to bet these are either Hexkin OGs that found out about this in Panama at the No Permissions concert, the No Permissions conference, or, you know, maybe just some people sitting back waiting for things to explode. And then you got liquidity provider. This is really weird. So look at this. This shows the burnt amount on the front page. So this shows that this burnt amount of 502 tokens is right here on the page. So one of these addresses on the front page is the burn address, which is sitting on 500 right there. That's insane. And then liquidity. I think we're going to see a lot more people tie liquidity to dark as the supply continues to dwindle. Because remember, we started at 11%. We started at 11%. We started at 11% circulating supply. And now we're sitting at about 3% circulating supply. And we have another about 3% just recently burnt. So 2.6% just burnt, just like today. So that being said, I'm trying to find my tweet here with the pie charts that I shared. Where is it? And shout out to Crypto Empress. Give her some love. Tell her that you appreciate her looking into Pulse Chain. Tell her she should really check out Dark. She may or may not have some Dark. She may or may not be minting. I'm just saying, her and her husband Xavier, who is the one that just pumped us. Like, all I did was share this one with Xavier, real Xavier, and I forgot to put the clip, and we don't even have the contract address here. And boom, that one bumped it up. So having a tiny community is a good thing, because it's really easy to get X's in our community. And if you 2X your community, you don't 2X the price. You like 4X the price, or maybe even more, because there's that much more economic energy going into a balloon with very, very few leaks, very, very few holes in it, right? So here's where I talked about the fuel cells, the 3,000 user mints being gone. And then somewhere here is my pie chart. There's the pie chart, kids. Look at this. So this is how we started right here. Mystery box, circulating supply, evil address. Look how small the evil address is, down to like 30% now. I have 29 here, but it's 30. Either way, like, look at this, look at that shrink, and then look at the treasury start to just envelop the whole thing. Even the jackpot box is not that big. Whales, there's still more being held by the whales than the jackpot box. And there's still more being held by the whales and jackpot box than the mystery box. And then here's the circulating supply. So this yellow slice right here is, if you see that, when you see this going down to 2.9, 2.8, 2.7, that's going to have a much, this is like a crowbar, or like a leverage, or like, what's the word I'm looking for? A plank. Well, you guys know what I'm saying. A lever. This is like a lever. This has leverage on the whole thing, where it's like a long stick over a rock. You move it a little bit, and the other end goes really, really far. This is a fulcrum right here, we're saying. So anyway, 66 people here. Good to have you. Mint your dark and buy some pink Mistwell. Well, it's still cheap. I mean, shoot, pink Mistwell has 20K of liquidity that's locked on V2, and it's $91. It was $80 back here, $85 a second ago to get $1 million. Now it's $91 plus slippage to get $1 million. Ooh. Yeah, this is fun. This is fun. Once that mint is closed and you can't mint J8s anymore, we're going to offer you guys the opportunity to pay homage to our patron saint, Pink Mistwell, and send. We got like 28 million sent here in J7. I think we can get even more than that sent on J8. And there's just not. This is what happened last time, before death and carnage of the market. Like that thing was going crazy. And chances are, if this Pink Miswell goes to the Pink Miswell address, which, shoot, by the way, let's look at Pink Miswell while we're hanging out here. Oh, by the way, I didn't notice this, but I was looking at a tool, and it looks like we already have our first vaporized J8. I think someone accidentally vaporized it, not knowing exactly how it worked. And yeah, there is a, no, I don't want to do dark. I want to do Pink Miswell right here. I think I just searched. I didn't need to copy it. Here it is right here. It ends in B872. And then you look at the holders. There's 72 holders. There's 2 pages of holders, guys. That's it. And the people on the second page don't own nearly enough. In fact, the only one that owns enough like to make a dent right here is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 16 down, and that includes 3 LPs and the Pink Miswell. So if we send Pink Miswell to the Pink Miswell right here, which by the way, look, it's 40%, 41% is in the hands of the Pink Miswell. About 30% is in the first. I believe that's the dark matter, and then I think this 113 million or 11% is the locked liquidity from Pump Tires. So 40, 70, 81, 82, around 82% of this is locked up in liquidity and the Pink Miswell's hands. And then you got this one right here, this D49F. I believe this person with about 9% is the founder of the token, the one that launched it on Pump.Tires. And then look at the mystery box is sitting on 54 million. The mystery box is sitting on a 5% of the supply. Do you guys think the mystery box is going to dump that? Hell no. No, it's ridiculous. You guys are being ridiculous. This person has 10 million, 5 million, 5 million, 3 million. Actually, that 3 million is locked in liquidity. And then you got 2 million, 1 million. 1. So you got to wrestle Pink Miswell out of the hands of these people right here. And so this chart, that chart right here, can very easily look like this right here. Again, it can very easily just go on a tear. Kind of like FTG or Alamo, but without, the rug pull. This is the best looking chart out of all the Pump.Tire ones that I know of that's been around this long, that survived this long. This is pretty damn amazing, and I think this is going to melt some faces because this is tied to dark. People don't have dark and they don't have Pink Miswell. If you want to trade and bot between the two of these, you either got to be a whale that already holds it, which there's only a handful of those, or you have got to be, you got to go buy it. And, shoot, right now there's 54 grand of liquidity between these two. But if you go up here and I don't think dark's going to work up here. I got to copy and paste the address. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so outside of, copy the address right here. Our main, every one of our websites has the address up at the top where you just click it and copy it, so you can make sure you're buying the right the right dark matter and not a different one. Or if you want to sell it, you make sure you're selling the right dark matter instead of another one. But if I just put this here in Gecko Terminal, which does a great job of showing the liquidity, and we skip this one right here, which is 54 grand in V2. Excuse me. The next biggest pair is $1,000. It's $1,000 with Hex, 3,000 in that 2FUX pool, 1,000, almost 2,000 with Dark and DAT. Homie don't play that. And actually, I don't think this exists anymore. Dark and Solid X has $655 worth. Dark and Queen 2 has $1,000 worth right there on V2. And wow. And then, yeah, Dark and Nope has 600. And then it goes to $200, $600 with Dragon Believer. and $200. These are all V2s. I don't think any of these are V3s. Yeah, this is all V2. So basically, if you don't own Pink, Mistwell, and Dark, you can't play this game right here. It might route through it and bump both of these up. Or, you're going to have to like eat the slippage here, which I think for like $30, you're looking at about a 6 or 7% slippage after a couple of trades. So I don't know. I'm saying like I would buy Pink Mistwell because it has 20 grand of liquidity already with Pulse. And then I might consider switching my Pink Mistwell for Dark, or sending the Pink Mistwell to the Pink Mistwell after this mint is over. Yeah. I mean, whew. This is going to be a fun ride, guys. This is a fun ride. No one else I'd rather be taking it with. What's up here, Hex T?
Ahoy, mate.
Are you the one that vaped the 1J8? Was that you? Were you trying to start a trend?
Just got a little bit of it. Echo. Is that me or you?
I'm not hearing it on me, but Crypto Cat had the same problem too. I don't know if it's coming in from my speakers or because it's probably because I was sharing the screen and sharing the audio. Mm-hmm. So it might have been double sharing it. Is it gone now?
Test. That's better. Yeah. Just a little bit. As long as the audience isn't getting an echo.
So two questions to you. What were you thinking when you burned your 1J8 today? And also question number 2, what do you think about 26,000 Dark being burned forever?
I saw that post about 5 minutes ago and thought to myself, what the fuck? Can you explain what happened? I mean, obviously it's beneficial to the collective. Must have intercepted a shipment from Saturn, or what's the backstory there?
The backstory was that J7 ended up winning 26,000 Dark. We tried to take out J6. We tried to wipe out the evil address before the big lottery went down. Mm-hmm. And it seems as though we were able to wipe out about 6,000 of them. But there were still a ton of them that won that big amount. In fact, the evil address won 553 jackpots.
Now, when we say burn, is that
does not exist?
So it's not that it rolled over to the treasury. The collective intercepted that shipment and basically vaporized the tokens off the market forever.
Well, what happened was when you win a lottery, let's say that you win a lottery with one of your fuel cells, right? Mm-hmm. If you don't scrape, that NFT does not show up in the vaporize page. It won't show up until you scrape it. So this was a safeguard. We wanted to make sure that all the users weren't vaping fuel cell that had lottery winnings attached to it. So
for sure. Yeah. Okay.
This code did not apply to the evil address. We thought it did. We thought, because for a long time we were singling out non-winning NFTs and vaping them first. And then later, after the scrape and roll was done, we would go back and wipe out the rest of them, which we did very handily. We also wiped out those 553 winners from the evil address that were all sitting on 47.4543432 Dark.
And they're obliterated. They no longer exist.
They're stuck in the jackpot box.
Okay. So
they can't be scraped or moved or rolled. They're dead. No, they're no smart contract can get them or move them.
Now, you asked me a question about burning a J8.
Yeah, someone burnt one J8 already. And I figured it was you and you were trying to start a trend. And convince other people to do that. Do you remember Patrick's air fryers back in the day?
Yes, I remember
Patrick.
Where is Patrick? Patrick, where are you?
Patrick, where are you?
Saturn to Patrick. Yes, I remember when we said vaporizing was the way, when we were degenning early on, knowing the gameplay, trying to trying
Slowly.
to sucker punch our newcomers.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
I do remember that dirty, underhanded tactic. But
Okay.
no, it was not my J8 that was vaporized. To my knowledge, I still have 317, and I think I have 83 J8s.
Yeah. Well, I have a list in front of me that shows how many were nuked from vaporized from each journey. And right now there is one fuel cell burnt from J8.
Interesting.
And so I think that was someone trying to figure out the website and, you know, seeing if they could get their dark back. Because a lot of people believe if I nuke my fuel cell, I just get my dark back automatically. And we're like,
right.
no. It's just like hex. If you make a 5555 stake and then
ESS,
you decide the
baby.
next day you want to EES, it's like
Yep.
bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.
Bye-bye.
I just hope it's not an individual on Twitter with a large following. I'm pretty sure that it wouldn't be him or his lovely wife. I would be curious. Probably no. Can you get the specific ID off the NFT that was vaped, or is that lost in the code?
I don't know if I can with my tools, but I'm sure that my back-end dev can look up.
Yeah. Well,
vaporized.
unfortunately, whoever decided to vape their NFT, sorry, but I guess that's one less NFT to fight for the lotteries this journey.
Yes.
Speaking of J8, are we just going to tally up the final votes tomorrow or whatnot based on tweets and
over the art contest? You got to watch Replay Gang.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'll do it. No, that's fine.
You're in
I'll
the
do the
lead.
replay.
You are leading right now.
Okay.
I love yours. I love the music video. I'm not a fan of Steve Stash's pinch face. I don't know how he got AI to do that. It's very disturbing.
Now, in Steve Stash defense, I thought it was very creative as far as the amount of work he put in. Prompting the cockpit of the. It looks like a kind of a retro Millennium Falcon flight deck, and I do appreciate the fact that he incorporated my Saturn's falling image in one of his renderings. So, and I'm going to go again, Steve Stash, going back to Journey 8 or Journey 6. I really put some effort into J8 so that I stepped up my game and try to present a professional mindset when it came to Project AG.io, because AG Project.io deserves nothing but the best from the community. So thanks for lighting a fire under my ass to come up with a cohesive art submission to display project or AG Project.io.
What have you seen the other one up there that's like a playing card with a bunch of very distorted and hard to read information on it?
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool too. It's good to look at and think, because everybody that looks at it is going to read into it what their mind sees from it. So I like a good piece of art that is up to the individual eye of the beholder to decipher what's in it.
Yeah, and I notice something new every time that I'm like, how the hell did I miss that? Like it's very interesting in that way. That being said, you guys don't have enough dark. You guys don't have enough fuel cells. Remember that you matter. What you do matters. You have a measurable value just by the fact that you are experiencing this shared reality with us, and you're walking around in a meat suit and you have senses. And I also believe that we're here for a reason, meaning we're here in Pulse Chain for a reason. I think we're here in dark matter for a reason. The fact that you're here, I don't think is an accident. If you're one of the handful of people still struggling with us through all of our trials and tribulations, I believe that it's going to be for something very valuable in the future, not just monetary gains, but the community and other parts of your life. I think you're going to get blessed in as well, just for being at the right place at the right time.
And I concur. It's providential that Anybody listening to this stream or our previous streams or has stumbled, literally blindly stumbled onto our project and it captivated you, that was all design. I mean, it was cosmically designed.
Yeah. And if you guys want to send some love to the real Xavier and Crypto Empress for giving us some love and promotion, please go on to Twitter, follow them, like them, let them know that you're part of the space cult. You're part of Dark Matter, Anti-Gravity, and you're here to party. Because that was very kind of them to put some love into there. And they are. I know that one of them is participating in the game already. So,
Yes.
And possibly the other one. So once they start to understand how insanely cool it is to win a lottery and get DGen hooked, I think we can expect a lot more information from them. And I'm going to be streaming with Corey Costa tomorrow.
Very good.
1 p.m. Eastern, and then we're going to start our tech talk at 2 p.m. Eastern. And I've just thrown out a blanket invitation to some of the smartest minds in crypto. Go to Twitter and tell us what projects and issues you want us to talk about, and anyone else that you would like to see on that panel. Just tag them in there.
Yeah, it was so generous for him to give you love, repost, retweet your one or two posts the other day, and then I really sincerely meant my reply back that I agree with you that it's a crypto project ahead of its time. I now see that just from talking with other crypto space NFT developers and connoisseurs, if you will, and all of them say, "Wow, this is next level." When they look behind the scenes, because they have the ability to look behind the scenes, you got something cooking. Yeah, you got something cooking under the hood for sure. And it was very, very generous of the real Xavier to retweet my reply.
Yeah, give them love. Anyone that gives us love, give them 10 times back the love, please. I know you guys are one of the most loving and generous communities, and I really appreciate that. So I got to go get some pants on and for poker night. So I got to bounce, but I will see you guys tomorrow around 11 o'clock Mountain Time, 1 p.m. Eastern on Corey Costa Show, where we're going to be talking about being 2 to 3 cycles ahead of everybody else, the power of community, and other things that people are sleeping on right now. That even though everything looks dead right now, it is not what it seems. It is not what it appears. The supplies are way more scarce than you think they are, especially when, almost 3% of a million tokens is gone forever. So,
before you sign off, hey, Stash, I see your comment. It's all good, HT. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
All right.